beautiful day to spend inside the workshop. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of LukeShop. This is my workshop. I've got some exciting things that I want to work on and share with you guys, so let's hop right into it. This is my 1997 Suzuki X90. I'm working on a little mock review video and also got some things that need to be fixed. I got a engine rebuild kit to pull the engine out, go through all the seals, get everything copacetic for winter. This is my winter car, my winter beater, as it were. We've also got a huge rust issue. We've got some floorboard rust that needs to be fixed, so I'm going to be taking care of that. I also like to clean up the paint a little bit, but all in all, this is one of my favorite rides. I love this car, so I want to keep it in tip-top shape. So that's something I got to do, and I'd like to share that with you guys. The other thing that we're working on is we just got in the shop, brand new, sealed, in the box, a Stampede, Traxxas Stampede 4x4 unassembled kit. I didn't even know there were companies still making kits. I've been out of the RC game for a while now, but I've been wanting to get back into it. I kind of wanted to get one to run around and let the dog chase it, get some of that energy out. So I'm gonna go ahead and build that and share that with you guys as well. But first things first, we got to get it unboxed, look at the parts, see what's in there, see what we're getting into. Like I said, it has been a while since I've built one of those, so I want to savor the flavor, really get into it again. So I'm going to be taking my time. There's also a lot of random things that have to happen around the shop, so you know, depending on what that is, I might share that with you guys. Got to run some electrical outlets and stuff like that. Right now, everything is tied into one electrical outlet, so I basically just run an extension cord from one side of the shop to the other. The lights are on their own circuit, but you know, that's a story for a different time. That being said, I'm not going to talk your ear off. Let's hop into the Traxxas Stampede and see what we're looking at. So I got my start in radio control cars, or serious radio controlled cars, the hobby radio control cars, back in, I want to say it was 2004. I got a job at Hobbytown, USA, selling these, building these for customers, fixing these for customers, and doing all that sort of stuff. I've always loved building things, and so I pretty much, most of my radio control cars were kits built from scratch, if you're unfamiliar with the term. But back when I was really into it, Traxxas was more of a entry-level company. They didn't have any kits. Everything was ready to run, and so basically right out of the box, you know, somebody can come into the store, buy it, play with it, break it, bring it back to the store, say, fix this for me. But I was intrigued to find out that Traxxas has actually come quite a long way, and it seems like Traxxas is one of the companies that everybody really appreciates now in the RC game. So I wanted to give them a fair shake, give them a shot, and see what's going on their side of the business. So, and again, like I said, you know, my thing has always been kits. I love building things, so, and that's what I'm gonna do. So let's open this box. With me, I've got a set of tools I got online a long time ago, and my trusty cheap X-Acto set. All right, so taking a look at the box, we've got says what you need to run your model. So this kit was interesting to me because it came with a motor, a speed control, a radio, and a receiver. And even a servo. Back in the day, if I remember correctly, I don't think I ever got a kit that came with any of the electronics. Usually electronics were something that you had to source on your own. The things that this kit doesn't come with, though, is the battery charger and a battery. That makes perfect sense. Tools, and then some glue for the tires. So, and it comes with a body too. It doesn't come with the paint, but you know. But yeah, I never, on any of the other kits I've built, they didn't come with bodies. I wonder if it's cut, to be honest with you, or if it's blank. They might cut them from the factory, but I guess we'll find out once we get into it. Just some more information on the side there. But I am excited to get into this. So Okay, what do we got? Got our radio, so this is our electronics. We got a servo, speed control, receiver, radio. I mean, the radio looks kind of, it's very light. Looks kind of cheap, but I mean, it's an included radio. What more can I really ask for? I got my tires and my wheels there. Okay, the body is cut. Check that out. So all I've got to do is paint it. Comes with the protective film on there, so that's going to be exciting. Painting these plastic bodies was probably my favorite part of building these cars before. So set that to the side there. This looks like shock fluid with diff lube. So this must be all of the diff equipment. These look like suspension parts, bulkheads, and stuff like that. Here's our motor. It's a brushed motor. Now, I think they make a brushless upgrade for the Traxxas stuff. And like I said, it's been a while since I've been into RC cars, but I started off with the hobby cars. My first car was a TC3, Team Associated TC3 kit, electric, back when electric was only brushed. They didn't really have too many brushless mode. Brushless was like edgy type stuff back in 2004, 2005. And then I had a nitro TC3, which I got as a ready to run, but I did, you know, I swapped almost all the parts out on it. And that was back when nitro was fast, and that was the way to really have some fun. But apparently electric has come a long way, and the brushless motors, I remember back in maybe 2010 or whatever, the brushless motors were really taking off, so that was getting pretty exciting. So I might do a brushless swap on this, we'll see, but for now I just want to get it together and see what it does, see what it do. So we've got our chassis bucket there, looks like A-arms, antenna tube, that sort of stuff. Looks like just, that might be body mounts. Oh yeah, it says right there, body mount bag. What do we got? Shock bags. So this is our, okay, that's our shock oil. We got our shocks. Looks like they're already fairly pre-assembled. I mean, obviously I got to put the oil in there and get those all set up, but that's kind of cool. Rear bulkhead bag, so A-arms, bulkhead stuff. Got our steering bag. And what is this? Drive shaft. What is that made of? Is that plastic? Ooh, it's flexible. I think that is plastic. Ooh. Well, we'll see. We'll get it together and we'll see. We will see. I don't have high hopes for a plastic drive shaft, but it does look as though in the tub it was shielded, so maybe that would prevent some catastrophic failures. Decal sheet, a handful of tools there. Looks like some shock spacers, and I don't know, I can't tell if that's a bumper or another A-arm or what that is. But yeah, and then we got our instruction manual. So with that said, let's get this box out of the way. Open. Manual. This looks like a parts catalog, maybe. Yep. I think this is information on the batteries and some other electronic stuff. Yeah, see, lipo batteries and brushless motors were all the rage back in I don't know, maybe 2010. They were starting to get real popular and stuff like that. Well, actually, it must have been earlier than that, now that I think about it. It might have been like 06, 07. Decal sheet. Another decal sheet. This is, I was going to say postcards. Warranty registration. And oh, this must be a battery hold down. Got our body clips there and tools. So that is garbage. Okay, so with all that said and done, let's get the stuff we don't need out of the way. Don't need the parts catalog just yet. And start laying out our parts, tools. So this is the shocks, we got our wheels, tires, driveline components, rear bulkhead, front bulkhead. We'll set the tires out of the way. Differential bag, got our body mount bag, chassis bag, and the motor. And then we've also got our steering bag. So that's a pretty concise package, to be honest with you. Let's take a look at the manual. So we've got basic instructions. Oh wow, these are pretty detailed and in color, so that looks pretty cool. Looks like the first thing you're going to do is put the diff and the shocks together. Start getting bulkheads together. These diagrams are really good. I don't remember the instruction manual for my TC3 being this detailed. I mean, it wasn't bad, but this looks like it makes it really simple. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe these drawings on the left are to scale, so you can line the stuff right on top of it. It's like a Lego set. Aluminum accessory. Oh, it's even got sections for option parts. That's pretty cool. Getting the electronics all set up. It is really cool that the kit was offered with the electronics, and I mean, it wasn't even at a price point that made it inaccessible. You know, it's been such a long time. I don't have any of my radio control cars anymore, or really any of the components or anything like that. I do have an HPI Pro D clone sitting around somewhere. I might dig that out and take a look, because I actually think I bought a brushless motor to go with that, so maybe that brushless motor would be compatible with this. I don't know. We're gonna have to break into that, and we're gonna have to take a look. But that's the instruction manual. It's all pretty simplistic and runs you through getting it ready to run. Notes. How awesome is that? All right, so that's gonna do it for part one. Check back in on part two, where we're gonna break into it and start putting it together. That's gonna do it for this episode of LukeShop. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, annihilate that like button for me. I would really appreciate it. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what kind of radio control cars you're into. I'd like to have a conversation about that, especially since I'm getting back into it. And or leave a comment about your favorite regular car. I'd love to have a conversation about that too. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Luke out.